All right, welcome back. We're going to quickly go over the knockout round, the Champions League knockout round playoffs, League Two matchups on Tuesday, February 18th. We're here already at the end of the knockout round playoffs, and we got some pretty enticing matchups here. And I think the first two games that we're going to go over are the two most enticing, including the early game. So let's go ahead and get right into it. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Please do comment down below. It would be really nice to get some comments other than like you suck or I'm fading you, all that bullshit that's to be expected when you're in this type of business. But comment down below. Let me know what you think of the. And if you are fading me, let me know. If the picks do our ass, let me know. I really don't care. But yeah. Comment down below, like the video, comment, subscribe, whatever. Let's get into it. All right, so the early game is Milan going up against Feyenoord, and Feyenoord had a surprise victory last week, 1-0 in Holland, and in a game that Milan couldn't buy a goal. So they're back at the San Siro in Milan, fighting for their Champions League lives in this one, and I do see them coming through with some goals on this one, being able to qualify for the next round, which is the round of 16. So I got a couple bets on this one for the lower risk bet. Let's go with under 3.5 goals. While I do see there being some goals, I don't see there being a bunch of them. Feyenoord is probably going to park the bus in this and probably settle into a low block and try to prevent Milan from being able to score goals. I don't know if they're gonna go for it. Well, they may. I don't know, but it's kind of just what this team does. If you've watched any of their games this year, and then Milan is obviously they need to score early because if not, they're gonna have a lot of pressure on them. They don't want to take this to like in between, like the 70th minute and not have a goal and still be down 1-0 in aggregate. That would be a pretty nervy situation for them. So Um, on the higher risk side, give me Milan and under 3.5 goals, and that obviously that would be enough for them to qualify for the next round. Next matchup, one of the first 3 o'clock games, got Atalanta going up against Club Brugge, and this is a pretty intriguing matchup. Of course, Brugge got that um, extra time penalty for a handball. Um, Excuse me, it wasn't a handball. It was just a normal penalty. In the game that I actually put money on. I ended up losing that one. They won 2-1 in Belgium, and they come to Italy to play in the second leg up 2-1 in aggregate. And I wouldn't be surprised if Club Brugge came away and qualified for the next round, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I really like this Atalanta side, and they've played really well in Serie A. And at one point they were in first position in the table. They've slipped back a little bit. Some of that has to do with Lookman being out for the past 5 games. He is supposed to be back for this one, and I think that's really important for Atalana's attack. He's a really, really good player. I think he's one of the best players in Serie A. Of course, he won that Europa League final for them against Leverkusen last year. He's a really, really good attacking player, and he's able to create a lot for them. Very creative on his own and able to make goals for his own, in his own right. So him being back is a big boost to that team, who already has Retegui, who's a 20-goal scorer in Serie A as well. And I like Atalanta to come away with the victory in this one. And in terms of the bets, Atalanta to qualify for the lower risk, find that at minus 150 at bet 365. Higher end, go with Atalanta plus over 2.5 goals. That leaves room for either Atalanta to get put 3 on the board, which I think is very possible, in fact, likely, or on the other hand, for Braga to get another goal. But, either way, I see Atalanta qualify, and I think they're just the more quality side. So. That's what I like for that one. All right, next matchup we have Bayern going up against Celtic, and Bayern up 2-1 in aggregate after uh, really fucking around in Scotland last week in that first leg of the matchup. They could have put the game away, but they come back 2-1 and looking to handle business in Germany there um, in the second leg of the matchup. So um, I will note Henry Kane has not trained leading up to this matchup. They're coming off of a 0-0 draw against Leverkusen over the weekend, a game which they looked like absolute shit in and really couldn't do anything. I think they only had one or two shots, no shots on goal. They didn't have actually a shot until the 70th minute of that game. Leverkusen completely dominated. I don't know if Bayern was just content with a draw or what they were doing. They kind of just slept their way through that game. And here they are in the second leg of the matchup. I think they're safe. I don't think Celtic is going to be able to, you know, pose too much of a challenge for this team, particularly there in Bavaria. Um, so, I do see Bayern coming away with this victory relatively smooth sailing for them. Um, I only have one bet for this one, and what I like for this one is Bayern first half money line plus under 2.5 goals. They have plenty of attacking players, even if Henry Kane is out. There's something about this Bayern team. I just don't know. Like they're definitely not my favorite team in Germany and in the Bundesliga. I like Leverkusen a lot more than Bayern, but I do love Musiala. He's one of the most dynamic and explosive players in European football. I love guys like Michael Elise, so they have plenty options in the attack. And then they have guys like Joshua Kimmich in the back to shore up the defense. So give me Bayern first half money line plus under 2.5 goals. So the risk there is if they score more than 2 goals, or if Celtic scores a goal, that would make this that would you know make this bet a loser. But maybe 1-0, 2-0, something like that going into halftime. I could easily see that. All right, last matchup: Benfica going up against Monaco. Keep things short and sweet here. Um, I like both teams to score and under 4.5 goals. I do see Monaco getting on the board. I do see Benfica qualifying, moving forward to the next round, the round of 16. I could easily see this being a 1-1 draw, but Benfica being able to move forward since they are up 1-0 in aggregate. But I do see Monaco getting on the board. Monaco is coming off a 7-1 thrashing of Nantes in a game um, where Nance scored in the third minute. The team completely fucked me over the week prior when they had scored in every game since early November and then didn't score against Brest in that matchup, which totally screwed me. I just needed them to score one goal to win it, and then they score a goal in the third minute of that game, get a red card in the fourth minute, and then Monaco go and beat them 7-1. So that's just a little side story, but for this one, I got both teams to score and under 4.5 goals. Get that at plus 120 at BetMGM. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks again for listening in. Good luck in all your bets. We'll see you next time.